Hello everyone, it's Dunga again, and I'm going to show you one of my other alt accounts, talk you through this, and we can obviously discuss next steps and what I should be doing with this account. So this account originally was a feeder account for my main account. So what I did was I used my own referral program and gave myself clicked on a referral link and then created this account. That way I could build towards each of these milestones and get myself a sacred shard, with the hope of doing that on multiple accounts to build up. Initially with the sacred shards, after I did it once, I thought it was a lot of work, so I thought maybe not. But then more recently with the Tolarian Homecoming and the fact that you can have multiple accounts at any one go on here, so you can have anything up to, what's that, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 accounts running, and you can work towards a new legendary character as well as getting sacred shards. I have actually done this. So this account has been what I did is I thankfully asked my current guild, so a little bit of a shout out to them, so Draconis Pharaoh. I mentioned to them in the Discord chat, because we've got a Discord link, Discord on request, and I asked them in that, is it right if I go inactive for 21 days and then I will reactivate my account and go from there? And they were quite cool, quite chilled out, so I did that, reactivated it, and I'm now currently going through all of these different quests. So currently what's holding me up to complete the whole lot is clear 8 stages in Curse City. This roster is quite small and you'll see that shortly. Survive all of the Chimera's turns on normal difficulty or harder. Again, the roster's not quite there yet. It can do well in easy, but normal it really does suffer. And then clear stage 12 or higher in the Sand Devil. I think with some hard work and some determination, I could probably build the teams out for this quite easily, but I'm still sort of slogging away at sort of 8 and 9. Not really a main focus of this account, but it should be. So first and foremost, we'll look at the champions that we got on offer. And if you've obviously watched either of the other previous 2 videos about my accounts, this one does really have quite a reduced roster. We pulled some shards on it fairly recently in the latest Ancient ×2, and I don't think we didn't get any legendaries in this account, but we've got an all right basis. So we've got here, obviously got Ezio as a login character, and we've obviously got Skeletor as a login character as well. Geo, Seeker built up. This character, Malkith, not the greatest, but I needed a Reza on this account, and he was the only one that I could see glaring at me at that point. Deacon was a recent pull, Phoenix, and then yeah, so these are literally currently only got 6 level 60s. So for me personally, I will be looking to ideally take up Seer. But then beyond that, I am a little bit at a loss where to go next. I would look at what can other effects, positive effects. I want a reviver, but I want one that can heal as well. And I have got very few options here. So I've got Gorgorabab. I am absolutely butchering that name. So he attacks one enemy, 50% chance of moving around a debuff. He's a turn meter fill, and then revives allies, then heals all allies by 25%. This will have, so it's a decent enough heal when it fully books. So that's 5. So it's 30, 40, 45% heal, which is pretty decent, but it's only on a 5 turn cooldown, so it's a consideration, but I need to think about obviously whether that should be something I go for. Alternatively, we could look here, and I put it to you guys, if you are watching, and hopefully you are, then what of these would you look to build? Obviously you got Alia, Life Braid, we've got Hexia, Lich is one of the fusion characters. We've obviously got a couple of dupes for I'm not even going to try and butcher that name. Dark Aethel is Excruciator. I know Doom Priest is pretty good. Adriel, not too sure on her. And then we've obviously got Balthus, the Drug Lord. So yeah, I know that Meat Carver. I don't know if he's any good. I know Apothecary might be something that I could work towards. Heals a target. This heal can be critical, attacks at random, and increased speed. So to be fair, he might be an all-round character I should be looking to sort of up. I'll add him to the list. Have I got any characters in the reserve vault that I've been missing out on? So let's have a look. So if we go here, we just go to yeah, so we've only got the 4 I was thinking of. So yeah, the roster's quite minimal here. And in terms of damage, we usually pile in on Clan Boss currently. The team isn't really as great as I'd want it to be. I've got Deacon, I've got Ezio, both have speed leads, and then beyond that I've got the Seeker and the Geo in, and Malkith to res, but again, because he doesn't have a heal, it's pretty pointless. But the alternative is Fennex, and neither are the greatest for Demon Lord, and the gear isn't quite there to sort of push them on. I've obviously got Coffin Smasher, who's pretty decent at Demon Lord, but if I look at the roster, which I've obviously got on Hell Hades, I'll bring that over here. In terms of obviously teams for Demon Lord, we sort here. We've got a few. Doom Priest, Farrakhan the Fat, Heiress might be pretty decent. A Cult Brawler has uses as well as Bulwark. So these are obviously, and I've got Ezio as well, Apothecary. These are ones, and the Coffin Smasher that I already mentioned. So these are ones that I could potentially look to use. And then to go with the all-round for the account, we've obviously got Sun Wukong, who's obviously great in Arena. Decent Hydra, decent uses in Grim Forest. We've got Seer, who is great in Hydra, as well as obviously in dungeons and hard modes. So it has got a lot of use for her. And then from there, it goes down into the ones we've already mentioned. So Doom Priest, Farrakhan. Lysanthir is got some decent use in Hydra, dungeons, Arena, and a little bit of Doom Tower and Grim Forest. So that might be something that I should probably look to build. So if we look at their kit, because it's a hex chance for hex on the basic, increase crit damage. We've got attack one enemy 2 times, 20% of repeating the attack. When the champion counter attacks or teams up of allies to join the attack, we'll use this skill instead of the default skill. The damage inflicted with the skill increases by 10% each time an ally is devoured. So it sounds there like a Hydra based skill. We go to the next one. Attack all enemies 2 times. Each hit has a 75% chance of placing the big decreased speed, weaken debuff, and if they're under a hex, place both of these debuffs before attacking. So it sounds pretty good with the we ignore life barrier and ally protection buffs. Increases their defense by each active buff on the champion. So this looks like a champion I should probably think about building. I've been working towards the masteries for them, but yeah, I probably need to pull my finger out, put some proper gear on them, and gear them out. So yeah, we're stuck on sort of doing some damage on Nightmare, probably 3 to 4 key in on normal Nightmare, which is not the greatest. Chimera we can do easy, but normal we sort of fall down on. So we need to build up the team more. And Hydra, unfortunately, can't even get the first chest yet. So that's why we probably do need to really think about working on that. So if we look here, I am way down at 1.8, and we need to be looking to. Oh, I've got the first chest. Hallelujah. So at least we're going to get the first chest this time round. So I've obviously built towards, and I think obviously adding Fennex and Deacon really helped with that. Doom Tower, we're lacking on the team, so we usually get held up by certain bosses. So for the last one, it was obviously Dark Fae. For this, it's the Scarab King. I need to be building the gear up on these characters, so we can get the shield up. But again, not really got a shield character for this. Cursed City, again, we're limited by the teams that we've got available to us. So if we look here, we've got no level 60s for some of these. 1 level 60, and I'm like rocking a level 2, so I really do need to flesh out the roster. And the best way to do that is by creating chickens. And obviously, if I sort of obviously say chickens and people are like, what the hell am I going on about? If you already know, you know, but if you don't, then I'll obviously say this. If we look here and we go, what are chickens? Chickens are, you can use rares, of course, as well, but I would usually start with the greens. You level them up in the campaign mode. And then use more of them to then gear them up. So for example, I take these ones to level 30. If I go into the tavern, I'll show you what I'm talking about. So we go here, include the reserve vault, and then we look at here. So I've got a couple at level 30, so I would add this one and I'd go, okay, how am I going to upgrade the rank of it? And I would put these 3 chickens into it, and now I then have 1 4-star. So I take all of these up, and that would take one of my better 4-stars, so take Seer, it would then take us a 5-star, and then I would do the same, repeat this, level them up, level up at least 5 to 6 of these, all the way up to 4-star level 40, push them to 5-star, and then that would be a ready-made 6-star character for me. So that's what I need to do on this account more. So I can build out the roster. But in terms of luck, I haven't had the greatest amount of luck. And then we look at the characters that I obviously haven't properly leveled or geared up yet. We've got Sun Wukong is good, Lysanthier is pretty good, and even I would suggest Skeletor has some uses on this account as well. You may shout at me and say no. I've got quite a few skill books, legendary skill books saved up, so I could probably put them into a character. I'm gonna hold off until there's obviously a champion training event or in a CVC to make the most of it for the clan, because obviously they've helped me out. I will obviously return the favour. But we obviously got increased accuracy, block debuffs, or still petrification, decrease attack, decrease speed. So these are obviously things that I could be thinking about. But yeah, beyond that, if we go to the dungeons, we aren't doing the greatest. We're only at level 6. We need to be pushing up higher and going for proper teams. Iron Golems, we're maxed out at 15 at the moment. 15, 16 for Spider. Dragon is on 20, so at least we're getting good decent gear there. Fire Knight is 16, so and I would say these are even lower. Yeah, we've already said this. 8 and 3, so these are really bad. I could probably go higher now that I've built up the roster, but I've been obviously focusing on other things. So yeah, this account. I've only really resurrected this account so I can then feed into my main account, because I would like to get that Homecoming Legendary for my main. Zilko the Encrusted looks pretty good. So if we go to the Lizard Men, where is he? Zilko. Now I'm going to not be able to find him. There he is. Okay, so attacks one enemy, has a 40% chance to decrease in the cooldown of a random ally skill for 1 turn. Cannot decrease this champion's cooldowns, but again on a basic, if you use obviously other characters like Mavara, who's got further, so everyone is basic attacking, great skill. Place an unkillable buff and counter attack buff on a single ally, again great. That can obviously work really well for potentially for Hydra, for your provoke tank or your provoke person. You can put an unkillable on them and they counter attack as well. That's really good. A revive with 75% turn meter is a lot of turn meter, and again there'll probably be mythicals out there, and you could probably tell me in the chat. But I would say that's a decent amount of health and turn meter, and then we've obviously got the buffs that it puts on them as well, which is great. Whenever an enemy's passive activates, a turn meter fill as well, and then he's got obviously 20% speed in all battles, which overall is one of the higher amounts unless you're reaching mythical or area specific like arena, dungeons, etc. So he looks like a good character, and I do want to get him for my main, which is why I've activated this account. I also currently have 5 other level 2 accounts, which I just did the tutorial and then left them to go inactive, which I'm also going to activate over the next week or so, and then try and build up extra shards on those. So I will have, in essence, another further 5 free-to-play accounts, which I will probably work towards, and if I get any good luck on them, I will probably make videos on them as well. But here we are today. This is obviously this video. Here's the roster. Let me know what you think. If you think I'm sleeping on any champions and you're shouting at me obviously while watching the video, please say, and I'll respond. And yeah, it's a case of, the thing with Raid in comparison to other gacha games, if I have played a lot of Swagger as well, or the Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, you know what characters do what, because you can you gain a general knowledge of all of those characters. This is great because there is so many different characters. It's quite difficult to have the knowledge base, but when you pull a character, if they're obviously yellow, you're like, wow, but then you don't know how good they are and you don't know what they do, so you do need to look them up. So unless you're a more seasoned player who obviously does have the background knowledge of all of these characters, each character I get is something where I need to sort of look into them and see what they do and see if they're doing something that I don't already have. So yeah, let me know what you think, and leave a comment. Have a very good day.